Tammy Moore. I work for the university. I'm the Title V Developmental Success Coordinator. Dave and I first met, it's all my best friend's fault. Carrie, she and I met in high school in 9th grade science, and of course we got along real well. And I first met David when she had invited me over to her place for a birthday party, and he's a couple of years younger than her. But as soon as I saw him, I took one look at him and I knew that he was the one. But we were way too young, and I knew that, and I thought, he's got potential. Because David and Carrie were so close in age, we often hung out together, and David and I became really good friends throughout that time. And so for 4 or 5 years we were hung out and whatnot, and he was always into movies, and he always wanted to go into filmmaking, and when he started out with that, he would do these music videos. And of course this is way before digital technology and all that kind of stuff. So he would actually take the time to, splice together clips of dozens of different types of movies using 2 or 3 different VCRs, and then coordinating that with the beat of music and whatnot. So when I'd go over to hang out with Carrie, the first thing that he would do is be like, I got a new music video. Do you want to see it? Can I show it to you? And I'd be like so excited, because he was so excited to show it to me, and I kind of felt privileged that he would honor me with letting me see his work. So I knew that we could actually have intelligent conversation with each other. And this was my first year of going to be of university, and his grandmother had a heart attack and had gotten real sick, and she lived in Michigan. So his mom had decided his senior year to up and move him to Michigan so that she could be with her mom. And it was kind of funny, because that was sort of the wake-up call for both of us. I had been scoping him out. The bad relationship that I was in was finally over. And I had really thought about getting together with Dave, but it was complicated because he was my best friend's brother, for one. And for another, now he was going to be moving to this other country. I thought it was a long shot. I didn't think that I had a chance in hell with him, quite frankly. Come to find out later on that he had the same kind of feeling about it. But anyway, about not having a great chance in hell with me. So they moved to Michigan in the summer, and I decided I want to go and visit Carrie in the summer before I went away to university. And I also had this like sub-plan in the back of my head that, we've had 4 or 5 years together, being able to see each other whenever we wanted. We were only ever just friends. Now we're going to have this 4 or 5 hour time difference between us, travel distance. So I was bound, bent, and determined that if we were going to get together and be a couple, this visit, it had to happen. So I rode a train for 4 or 5 hours, went to Michigan, and when they moved to Michigan, his mom ended up getting a real small house. So him and his mom and her husband Jeff were staying in the one house, and then Carrie had to actually stay with Dave's aunt and uncle. And David talked to his mom, because we were all friends and whatnot, and asked if he could stay at Doug and Carol's with me and Carrie so we could all hang out. And that was a plus. That was helpful to my cause of trying to conquer him and whatnot. So anyway, sure enough, we're both staying. We had to stay in the living room. We were sleeping in the living room, and whatnot. One of us on the couch and the other on the floor. And that, so you want to talk about tensions building and whatnot. But anyway, we ended up over that trip getting to know each other. He was the most polite person, and just like your true typical gentleman in every aspect. And we had gone out on the shopping trip, and we were in a department store, and just completely out of the blue, he made this like really sexual remark about this monkey, which just totally knocked my socks off. It was like, whoa, who are you and where did you come from? And it was hilarious to begin with, but then it was like, whoo, all right. So that let me know that he was kind of feeling the same, had interest in me and whatnot. So anyway, one thing led to another, and we started dating. We were terrified of what Carrie would think. we were trying to keep it under wraps the whole time, and I was only in Michigan for a week. We were trying to keep everything hush hush and act normal when any of the relatives were around and whatever. And that because we were terrified that Carrie was going to be completely upset. I didn't want to lose my friendship with her, and he didn't want to lose his friendship with his sister. Fortunately, Carrie didn't have a problem with us when she found out. So that was good. Actually, his mom and his sister were both very, very accepting and whatnot of us dating. So that's kind of where it started.